Creating multilingual social stories using AI. Hello friends, today I'm going to show you how you can create your own social narrative using entirely AI generated text and visuals and translations. So this is a quick little social narrative that I created, and it was done with the help of ChatGPT and then Dolly for the visuals. And then I used Google Translate in order to make translated versions of this. So if you click on the translations that are listed on the last page, you can see there's AI generated translations. All of this was done with free tools, free AI tools. And yeah, let's get started. First, I'm going to go to ChatGPT. So I'm going to just type in ChatGPT. And the first one that comes up there is Chat OpenAI. Okay. Then you can click on Try ChatGPT right here. There we go. Now it will want you to log in or sign up. Now this, keep in mind, this is not for students. This I am not recommending that students do this. I am recommending that educators, if they feel comfortable sharing the amount of information it's asking you to share, that you can create an account. So I can sign up and I can use my Google or my Microsoft account. Once you're inside here, you can actually start to type in a question at the very bottom box. So I'm going to type in, write a simple social story in the first person and in the present tense to help a student understand how to safely line up and walk down a hallway in a school. Now, the reason I said first person in present tense is because you need to actually specify that for the AI. Otherwise, it'll start writing, future tense, past tense, etc., which could be really confusing. I find that for our multilingual learners who require social narratives, it's much better to write always in the first person and in the present tense. So here it is, it's generating a story for us. And as I've generated a few different social narratives, I have found that it's not going to be perfect and it's not going to exactly reflect the student I'm thinking of. And that's where the human element comes in. We can tinker with it a little bit, but it's really nice to have a baseline story. So once I have this story, I can actually start copying and pasting into another AI, which is going to generate some photos for me. So how I'm going to do that is I'll click off and I'll look up Doll-E. There we go. And I'll click on Dolly 2. And again, it'll ask you to sign up. Once again, this is not something I'm recommending for our students. This is something I'm recommending if you're comfortable with the amount of information it's going to collect, that teachers or other staff members could use. Once I have an account in Dolly, now all I have to do is copy and paste some of the sentences from the social story that was generated by the ChatGPT bot. So, for instance, I'll grab this one. I stand in a straight line behind my classmates. So I'm going to do Control C to copy, and then Control V to paste. And now I'm going to generate. Now, before I do that, I'm going to put in parentheses photo, so I get a photograph, a more realistic looking photo. And let's see what it generates. As you can see on the right-hand side, I already have some generated images that I used. Oh, wow. Okay. Now, I wouldn't want to use something with a line through it because that looks really kind of creepy. However, this one here looks all right. This one here looks all right. If I want, I can change rather than just copying and pasting. Sometimes I like to show like students lining up inside a school hallway. And it might generate a different kind of an image for me to use. So you can just literally copy and paste from the other one, or you can create your own search terms to find something that is more appropriate for what you want. So based on sort of the age of the kids, or if I wanted to really zoom in on that one girl, I could click that one, and then I just download the image by clicking on the arrow. That downloads it to my device, and then easy peasy lemon squeezy, just like I had this riding the bus social narrative, I can make a new one. New presentation in Google Slides, again, free tool. And I can insert a picture. So I'm going to go insert image, upload from computer, and I can grab the last thing that it just downloaded. a dolly photo. There it is. Then I can resize that photo however I wish. It won't be perfect right now. And then I can write some text to go along with it. So I can now do this thing where I go back and copy and paste. So hallway safety story. I line up in a straight line behind my classmates. Copy. There we go. And of course, I can change the font. I can make it bigger, smaller, depending on the needs of my student. If they have visual needs, I might need to make that larger for them. I might need to think about, sans serif fonts, that kind of thing. So, of course, you want to personalize it to your students' needs. But this is how easy it is. So I just, generated this story. On the ChatGPT app, I generate some cool images on Dolly. I import them into a Google Slides presentation, and very, very quickly, I can generate a social narrative that makes sense for my student. Now, again, it's not perfect. You might find some things in there that maybe don't make sense for your school or your student. Please edit it appropriately to make sure that it makes sense and meets the needs of your student. But gosh, this is a time saver. If I don't have to create the entire script myself, if I can have a starting point and then just tweak it as a parent, as a caregiver, as a school staff that works with a student, this can really just save us a lot of time. Now, the final piece, if you want to make your social narrative more accessible to students who speak a variety of different languages, you want to send it home for parents who speak different languages who can read and write in their first language, please do so. I'll show you how to do that. You're going to go File, and then you're going to download it as a PDF. I find downloading as a PDF just makes it a little bit easier to translate using Google Translate. It'll save it to your desktop. So then the next thing you're going to do is open up translate.google.com. And you'll notice at the very top, there's a place for documents. So I'm going to click on documents, browse my computer, and I will select my file that I've just downloaded. There we go. And then I can choose, so it's detecting the language automatically, it's in English, and then I can choose which language up here at the top by clicking on the arrow I would like to translate it into. So let's say I want to put this one into Japanese. Then I click on the blue translate button, and it's now translating my PDF of my slideshow that I made in English and putting it into Japanese while maintaining the formatting. So that's the part I actually really love about this when you do it as a PDF. Then I can download the translation by clicking on that blue button there. And then when I open up that presentation, I can see it, all written in Japanese. Very cool. And now what I can do is I can link it within my, on my last page of my slide deck. So I'm here inside my Google Drive. Now I'm just going to upload that translation by clicking on New, File, Upload. And I will click on the last file there that I just downloaded from Google Translate. It's uploading it now. There it is. Japanese Riding the School Bus Social Narrative. I'll just double check it, make sure it's the right file. When I do a lot of translations in a day, sometimes I end up with getting a little mixed up, so I want to make sure it's the correct one. It is. I'm going to click on the three dots at the top and click on Share, just to make sure, yes, it's set to anyone with the link can view. So anyone on the internet can see this. Now I'm going to click on Copy Link, and I'll go back into my resource. I highlight it, I click Insert Link, and I paste it Control V for pasting that link. Great. And now when anyone is in here, they can click on the link that says Japanese, and they can see that it says all of the words in Japanese. Now, I do have a little cheat sheet that I've made, and I'll share it with folks as well. This is language names in their own scripts. So I do recommend, if a student is looking for something in their own script, you actually copy and paste their language name in their own script. That helps students, it helps families at home, etc. And then I can also link that. So the same link that I used for the word Japanese there, I'm going to insert link and apply it to the actual Japanese word. So as you can see, Arabic is written in Arabic, Persian is written in Persian, Korean is written in Korean, Punjabi is written in Punjabi, that kind of thing. Just makes it a little more accessible. And I do recommend using this on websites as well. So if people are looking for something in their language, they can quickly recognize their script. Try this out, have fun with it, let me know how it goes.